Hello. Nobody's here. I always feel a bit lonely when no one's here. But again, I also don't trust the stats. How with doeth the people of YouTube? We're alive. How you all doing? I hope you're all safe and I hope you're all at home. You best be at home. This is only a quick live 15-minute, maybe half an hour if we can squeeze it in. But I got a lot to do. Somebody join me. Hello, somebody. 2 people join. I feel lucky. We got friends. How's everybody doing? Is everybody safe? Is everybody bored? My mate, Catherine. How's it going in Sheffield, Catherine? Up north. I'm not finding it boring, to be fair. Kevin! So far, in the last 30 hours, I've sanded the bathroom, roof, ceiling, and repainted it because it was going a bit mouldy and flaking off. And I've done the garden, and I've spent time with the kids in the garden. So, all is well at the minute. I'm having a massive dilemma about the shop, though. I feel like I've got the moral responsibility to open, get people free liquids. As long as you're okay, Catherine. Leaving the house is overrated. That was so 2019. Well, it's the guidance is a bit hit and miss, Kevin, because pharmaceuticals are allowed to stay open and healthcare is allowed to stay open. So I feel, and I've tried to find guidance on it specifically, but obviously the ministry that deals with this isn't answering the phone, which I can understand. But I've kind of, surely vaping, e-liquid, and especially nicotine comes under healthcare and pharmaceutical. However, I am on the firm belief that we will be in complete lockdown in the next week, which means you won't be able to leave unless you've got a because we'll be on curfew. So the only place you will be allowed to go to is the shop. If you're found driving past a shop, you will be in trouble. So I kind of feel that this week I need to help and dispense that liquid, not for profit, but for helping people get it, because you don't want people to start smoking again. But don't try to apply logic where there clearly is none. But what I certainly don't want the shop to do is encourage people to come out. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place of wanting to help, but also wanting to have the government. The government's doing a really good job. I know people disagree, but I think the government, the NHS, where the supermarket supply line, I think everyone's doing amazing. And I think the only thing to do is be positive. Let's face it, we're in a lot better position than we were at World War Two, for example. And if this had happened 13, we've just been speaking to my dad, and he said, "Come on, if this happened 13 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to do what we're doing now. We wouldn't have been able to have video calls with his friends and families. We wouldn't have been able to watch Netflix. We'd have had free TV channels. You know what I mean? We're in a much better situation to be sat at home than we ever would have been." But I can also say that people around Cyprus, because I know people that are in Cyprus at the minute, aren't panic buying. The shops are still full. It's just a real shame that people in this country aren't so, shall we say, intelligent? I don't mean to cause offence to anybody, but intelligence is a word I'm going with. But anyway, has anybody used one of these little beasts? It's the Vupu Vicini X. I've never been a fan of the idea of it. I think it's rather gimmicky as a product. Well, to be fair, Kevin, I think the only difference is the Cine X goes up higher in wattage and it's got interchangeable batteries. The coils for the Cine X don't go higher than 40 watts anyway. But there is one big difference. I will show you now. This is preview to tomorrow's review, by the way. These little beasts. I went and got this from my shop today while I was locking it down. And this fits on the Vicini and the Vicini X. And all you do is you remove your pod, put this inside, and now you've got a connection pin so you can put a tank on top. Like I said, that works for this and the normal Vicini. But it is nice to know that you can get something like that. They generally cost about £5, but it is very handy. If you decide you don't like it, you still haven't wasted your money. You've still got a mod, even if you don't like the pods. What juice is everyone using? It is a nifty thing. I like it, Catherine. In regards to juice, which I've just asked, I had my stock re-delivered to home, so I didn't have to be at the shop today. And I ordered some more Fantastica. Now the Fantastica is budget liquid. I mean, I think I can sell these in the shop for £5-6 a bottle. And this is, I can't remember. The Amazon is apple and strawberry. Now that doesn't sound very nice, I know, but it is. It works a lot better than I expected. Bonbon strawberry. I've got some bonbon salts in the shop. I can't remember what flavour. But that's nice. It's just a bit too sweet for me. Like I said, I can't remember what flavour that were. What's everyone's favourite liquid? Of all time. For liquid to beat liquids. What strength are you using, Kevin? 10 or 20? There's... Oh, sorry. That hurt my nose. Strawberry macaron, I haven't tried that. I'm still a massive fan of the Dinley lemon tart. But I think the lemon tart is 20. Do you know, I'm going to confess something to you all now, which I probably shouldn't confess, especially as an influencer slash reviewer. I use 20 milligrams in my dripper. Now, I know that's appalling, and I am ashamed of myself, but I did some, if you remember back to the disposable pod reviews I did, they were 50 milligram, and I had about 5 of them sent at me at a time, and I had about 3 or 4 or 5 lots. So that meant I spent about 3 or 4 weeks smoking nothing but 50 milligram. And that's quite hard to come back down off. I do keep trying to wean myself back off it. That's 0 milligram. So I'm not just on 20 milligram all the time. I am slowly weaning. But it's a lot harder than quitting smoking, let me tell you. Perhaps I need to come down the levels a little bit, I suppose. Stop. Oh. Did anyone watch a video of my daughter earlier? The Britain. Be safe, don't be ridiculous. She's so cute. Sorry, it's not about my daughter, it's about vapes. Let's go back to vaping. Kevin, what hardware are you using for your 20 mg? Bonbon Nick salts. And Catherine, what device are you using lately? I know you've won 1 or 2 off me. I'm probably going to get done off chain vapor as well. Purely because his last time doing live, he's like, tell me next time you do a live. But my life is so chaotic at the minute. I think you've told me that before. I'm sure you have. The Vaporesso degree. And I have to apologise, there's been a few review requests lately. But with everything, it's quite hard to get things. Not necessarily because the wholesalers ain't got them. But I'm just busy and stuff. Anything that's requested will always be on my mind. And I'll always try and review it at some point. Catherine says, all my favourite is... Who? A 5-layer from a shop called Mom and Papa in Virgin US near Sister, but you can also get concentrate over here. Do you know, concentrate's quite popular these days from what I hear. I don't sell many concentrates, and if I do, it's by request of individual flavour. Um, but it is a lot cheaper to buy concentrates and mix it, and people are intimidated by the mixing. But there's many apps online that'll help you get the ratio mixed. But you literally just get one big bottle of PG, one big bottle of VG, and your flavour concentrates. And if anyone's adventurous enough, if you go on to e-cig recipes, if you type that online, there's a popular website. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's something like e-liquid recipes. They actually do a really good job. It's like a forum where you can submit your own recipe. But the best thing about that is a lot of people review it and give it a star rating. So you can, I love making flavours. Alchemy, I call it. Alchemy. That sounds something like my missus does on a Friday night. Where's my alchemy? But yeah, so visit that website because when you click on it, it'll tell you all the flavours that you need to make that one flavour. And then if you click on the flavours, it'll also tell you what websites get them. It'll also provide you with discount codes. So that's the next step of actually finding, making your own flavours. Or you can just buy, I mean, the first one I ever did was Eisenberg. And I bought a 10 ml concentrate of Eisenberg, some PG, some VG, and some nicotine. Put them all in a bottle at the right ratios what the app told me. And it was just like Eisenberg, but a lot cheaper. I think back then it cost me about £12 for 50 ml. Yeah, e-liquid recipes. Do we know what if it's .com or .co.uk, Catherine? But yeah, Eisenberg, that were, I think it was £12 for 50 ml, but for £15 I could make like 300 ml or whatever it were. Mix, and I think that was, I can't remember the exact math, but I'll mix it at 20%. So probably 150. I think 150 ml for £15 or 50 ml for £12. So it does work out a lot cheaper. And as well, if you've got a flavour you like but you don't think it's prominent enough, then mixing it, you can put more concentrate in to make it more prominent than the manufacturers do. Kevin, seriously, go on to. Kevin just said that he's thinking about mixing his own. He just hasn't been brave enough. If you go on to e-cig recipes, I'll try and put a link in the description of this video after I've finished. But like Catherine just said, some that she makes it taste like wet dog. But e-cig recipes is perfect for it, especially if you've got a flavouring man that you want to make. One thing not to do, which I've done a lot of times, if it says an exact type of flavour, I can't think of an example, but if you think, right, yeah, oh, that's a very similar flavour, I'll use that instead, it quite often don't work properly. So it's best to just stick to it exactly the liquid flavour that it says, rather than trying to mix. I did one last year. I can't remember what I was trying to make, but it tasted not like it. It was still nice, but it was not like what I wanted to make because I compromised on a few flavours. So that's one thing to watch. But Kevin, if you've got £15 spare, e-cig recipes, buy your flavours recommended off here, and then find a cheap place to buy PGVG. PGVG is dirt cheap. You should probably be able to buy like a litre each for like £10, £5. It's good. We might have to do. Shall we do a masterclass one day, and we'll give away some concentrates and some stuff. But yeah, Kevin, back to the point. Don't be intimidated by it. It is really easy, and there's plenty of apps that can help you with your percentages. Oh, you will need some syringes as well if you want to. If you want to measure accurately, you can either do it by drip, which I don't really trust, or you can use a syringe to find out the exact. Cutwood Bosch. I don't think I've ever heard of that, to be fair, Catherine. What sort of flavour is that supposed to be? Has anyone got kids? I'm currently doing homeschooling with our older kids. Not the 2-year-old. She's smart enough. And I'm quite enjoying it. I've downloaded the materials. I left my printer at the shop, so I'm going to have to go and get it tomorrow because, like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to go on lockdown. But I'm really enjoying it. Virgin Materials, learn. Single dad, you're the man, Kevin. Congratulations on... I didn't mean congratulations on achieving that. I meant it's can't be easy. It's a situation that nobody'd want to be in. So congratulations for being a trooper, man. Okay. Do you know, if you were sat in front of me, I'd probably be able to talk for Britain. But when it's on a camera, for some reason I can't. And I get to end a sentence and stumble. What's everyone doing to remain active? You love it. To be fair, if I had Lily all to my own, all to myself all the time, and I could say things to her like, who's your favourite person in the world? I can't say that at home because I get done. Hello, Sam! Sam, can you do the bane yet? Can anyone else do any tricks? Sam's been trying to do the bane for a while, and she's pretty much nearly there. If that were direct to lung, I do apologise. Can anyone do splits as well? I can do the yours, I can push them. But the split, I can't really do that well. And it's really annoying. I've been trying for about a year. I obviously haven't been trying enough. But can you do tricks with vapes, Kev? So, I mean, it's one thing to do an all like... But can you do a... Can you? Can you do it? I don't know why my camera keeps going light and dark again. I really need to... Tomorrow I'll fetch all my stuff. Including... My phone's on charge, but it says it's dying. I'll fetch all my stuff, including my lights. I also haven't filmed today's review yet, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I promise you the review will be online tomorrow. Kev can do the O's of a Bane. Well, Catherine's been using Netflix for chilling at home. Catherine, you need to learn some tricks. Come on. If you're at home all the time, this is a great time for people to learn tricks. We sat at home all day. It's a perfect time. But Catherine says that she's been using Netflix to keep occupied. Anyone been watching anything on Netflix? What have you been watching? Catherine, what's your favourite? We've been watching Prison Break again lately. Something we've watched before. Hello, Poppy! Poppy said, actually the first one, he sent me a message, Poppy sent me a message at 6:30. I mean, I felt really bad because I weren't here. But I were talking to someone on live chat about the current circumstances. There's 4 people. See, it's not accurate because a minute ago there were Kevin and Catherine and it said one person. So I never go by how many people are watching. That's it, Catherine. When you get it, you have to message me on Instagram or Facebook and let me know what you can do. And if you're brave enough, show me. Shall we run for a few easy tricks to do? The French nail, really easy. You want to pull it into your mouth, but not let it go back down to your throat. You're not doing a direct inhale, you're just doing mouth to lung, but not breathing it in. And then slowly push it out. You like using your cheeks, your jaw, and your tongue to slowly ease it out. Like so. But as you do that, you want to breathe in through your nose. If you're struggling to do it, try and protrude your bottom jaw a little bit, and it'll help it just slide up. Now the bane's very much similar to that. You just got to place your teeth to your lip a little bit. Well, that's interesting. We've just had Catherine and Kevin both said they're watching the trials of Gabriel Arendez. Tilly Sam, it is indeed the Vupu Vicini X. It's tomorrow's review, so it will be given away next week. Catherine can do the rings. Well done, Catherine. Is that what you've just learned, or is that because a minute ago you said you can't do any tricks? So probably I'll run through it again. It's the bane and the French nails. The thing you want to do first. Pull it into your mouth, and then slowly let it glide back out your mouth. And as you do so, breathing through your nose. Then after that, once you've got that nailed, well, Sam, you might not have to get one. You might be able to win one. Like I say, if you're struggling, just push your bottom jaw out a bit. Shall we do it from the side? It is pretty much the easiest trick to do. And then, like I says, after that, the bane is probably the next step up, and you just want your teeth to be. They don't necessarily touch your lips, but they get the lines from the grooves in between your teeth. So you've always been able to do O-rings, Catherine. Something that took me a while to learn. The winner of a giveaway, Puppet, I was just about to say that. It will be announced tomorrow on the review rather than today. Just to keep the same presentation. I don't like posting giveaways onto the community feed. I feel like it's a bit of a waste of space. So I will announce it tomorrow. Postage, I'm not sure when postage will be because I don't want to break lockdown. But I promise I'll bag everything up. You don't have to pay postage until I'm going to post it. But everything will be put one side until we out of lockdown. Because it'd be a bit daft for me to tell. I've been very preachy on Facebook, so it'd be a bit ironic and stupid of me to say to everyone, look guys, we're on lockdown, stop going out. And then me be all, I'm going out to post some giveaways. So whatever you do win, you will receive. And you won't have to pay for postage until I post it. And I'll make a note of, still contact me, I'll make a note of who I need to contact when the time's right. I'm going back to my big boy. I'm sorry, I like my clouds. Do you know, talking about Netflix actually, very ironically, as we start to break out, Netflix launched a documentary called Pandemic on how they tried to avoid one. And that was a very interesting documentary. So if that's on Netflix, it's worth a watch. To show how the international community constantly tries to prevent a pandemic. But I'm also, over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to try and pump a lot more content onto the Harleydaze channel. So if you're not subscribed to Harleydaze, do so. It's Harley. That's me. And then the next... and then the next word is daze, D-A-Z-E, harleydaze. That's just my general channel for messing about with. There's not many subscribers, which I'm not fussed about because I don't push it. It's just any animations I do, or if I'm messing about with the kids. Whatever goes. But I didn't want to spam this channel with that sort of stuff. Check it out, Kevin. I don't know if you're on about the documentary on my channel, but either way, let me know what you think. I do like the documentary. It was very good. It mentions the Ebola outbreak and how close that got to being a pandemic rather than an epidemic. I don't think it even got to epidemic level, really. But that was really a waste of time. It were in a small village, and the outbreaks were getting closer and closer to a major city. And if it had got into the major city, it would have been fatal for the world. But luckily, the World Health Organization got there, put roadblocks in, and actively stopped it from spreading. And I do believe the same effort has been put globally for this. unfortunately, you know, I mean, you can't always prevent everything. But in his last 5 minutes, let's try and make it a positive 5 minutes, because that's what I want to spread. There's no point in moping about. There's things you can be doing rather than going out. Like I said, I've painted the bathroom. I'm sure my missus is going to have me doing other hardware things. And if not, then just goof around on YouTube, look at other vape reviewers, look at Harleydaze, check out other channels and check out Harleydaze. I'm going to try and keep you as happy as possible. I'm not sure. There's certain things that on my personal one, Facebook page, I mean, I've been posting things like, no, Kevin, it's Harleydaze, as in, unless you clicked onto the pun that I was trying to get at. It's Harley, and then Daze, with a space between the two. Harley Days. But yeah, so on my personal Facebook, I've been putting a lot of riddles on stuff, trying to keep other people active, because I'm a trooper like that. I will post a link in the description, Kevin. I do think I've posted 1 or 2 videos onto the community tab though on this channel. But yeah, I'll post a link. Can I do it on here? Can I do it? I think I can. Live chat. I'm such an amateur when it comes to live streaming. Important not to focus on how things used to be, more important to think on how. Exactly. Direct quote from Catherine. Important not to focus on how things used to be, more important to think about how to do things now. And that's perfect. Like I said earlier, we're in a lot better position than we was and have been. The situation could be a lot worse. I mean, there's people. Someone told me in Asda the other day, "Oh, what's there to be cheery about?" Well, I don't know, but I've watched a lot of footage in my time about World War Two, and there are a lot of people being cheery then. It's not about what's happening; it's about your spirit, and I think spirit's got a lot to say about a lot of things. So just keep happy, keep your brain occupied, draw, write. My dad commented earlier. And you know, it's funny. There's so many people always say, oh, I wish I could just have a week at home doing bits and bobs. Now the government's told you you've got to have a week, nobody wants to do it. Come on, be positive. It's a good life. Yeah, sorry. As for me, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to spend most of tomorrow focusing on today's review, ironically. And then I'm going to go ahead and try and do some other stuff. I don't know if it's for this channel or for Holidays, but whatever sort of content I can pump out, just to keep me busy and hopefully entertain other people. I don't know. I'll try and post more stuff on the Facebook page as well. What I don't want to do is spam the page and lose people that are interested in vape stuff. See, I'm having a lot of dilemmas lately about what I can and can't do. I just want to help. Thank you, Kevin. Like I said, I'll try and... I'll try and get as much content out as possible. My weekly reviews, I want to stress this, my weekly reviews will continue through the entirety of this. Even if I can't get deliveries, I will still find something to review. As that being said, tomorrow when I go to the shop, I'll bring a lot of the hardware home. So if we go on permanent lockdown curfew, then I'll still be able to have stuff to review. Next week's review is an RDA. I received that today. No, there's a truth. Come on, you Yorkshire. There we go. In fact, as well, I think we should try and do this more often as well. So throughout the lockdown, I will try to write topics we can talk about and do live videos. Maybe every Thursday or something, I don't know. Just try and keep active, keep in the circle. Like I says, positivity is a good thing, and if we can keep these videos positive, we'll do riddles and jokes and I'm not good at riddles or jokes, but we'll do both. Anything to keep you guys happy. Meanwhile, it's past, and I told my missus I'd only be half an hour at the most, and it's now been half an hour, 10 minutes. Damn! So, I've also got to go say goodnight to my daughter. So, check out Harleydaze, because I'm hoping to pump lots of content on there. We will, that's Kevin and Catherine that have said do it. So, here's what's going to happen. Tomorrow you're going to get my review. There will be a giveaway, and this week's giveaway will be announced. And then on Thursday we will be back to do another live video. I'll try and keep it more entertaining with riddles, jokes, etc, etc. And then we'll carry on in that fashion. I'll try and keep you all up to date with what I'm doing on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Meanwhile, if anyone wants anything, anyone wants to talk, anybody needs something, anybody worried about... I'm quite up with the statistics and stuff at the minute, because I've read every single situation report as they've come out since the beginning of January from WHO. I've watched every live conference, so it's all up in here. So if you even hear a rumour that's a bit just settling and you want to message me about it, go through. If you're having vape problems but your local shop's shut, feel free to message me. I will take the weight. You know, you guys, I'm here for you. I love you more than anybody in the world. Collectively. I mean, I love my missus and my daughter more than you. Individually, I have to apologise, but they're special. So, until tomorrow and until Thursday, make sure you guys stay safe, stay home, keep the love in your hearts, keep positive, and make sure them vapours are in your lungs. You need to stay cloudy. Cheers, guys. Love you all. Mwah. Stay safe, stay cloudy. I'm really rubbish at ending live videos. Stay safe, stay cloudy. 3, 2, 1, and we're out. We're out.